ebony. I'm keeping my priorities. I'm learning my identity. She helping me, she helping me, helping me, she helping me. She helping me, she helping me.
Hello there, welcome and welcome back. Today we recognize Women's Heart Month, okay? And so I don't know if you wore red today, but I wore red today because we are joining millions across the country in wearing red. And I'll kind of highlight where I'm going with this. It's a symbol of awareness. The reason we wear red, it's a symbol of unity. It's a symbol of commitment to women's heart health. I like to make you aware that wearing red is more than a color choice. It's a powerful reminder that heart disease remains the leading cause of death for women, and awareness is one of our strongest tools and advantage. And so we wear red to spark conversations. We wear red to honor the survivors and to encourage every woman to take care of their heart seriously. It is like a call to action. I have a call of action or call to action for you. And I want you to know your numbers, right? You're like, Ebony, what numbers are you talking about? I'm talking about your blood pressure. I'm talking about your cholesterol. I'm talking about your blood sugar. I'm talking about your body mass index. And I know we have some discrepancies, or there have been some mentioned about the BMI, and I completely understand the sample population that may have been used to capture what true BMI is. However, that's a conversation for another day, but I want you to know that number, okay? Because these numbers, they tell a story, and it tells a story about our overall health of our heart and our well-being. And so understanding those numbers, it's critical toward prevention. And so this month also encourages us to make healthy decisions regarding our heart. We should be nourishing our bodies, not just this month, but all months, okay? With balanced meals, we should be staying active. We should be getting adequate rest. Hello, boom, boom, boom. Adequate rest. And definitely scheduling routine appointments with a primary care provider. What I've grown to learn is that small, consistent, positive habits affect our lives in a positive way. Okay, so it's necessary to take those small steps. And while you may not understand or see immediate results, over time, you will. Okay, but I truly want to highlight the fact that heart health, it's not only physical. Can I get a you right, girl? You right. It is not. It is not only physical. Hear me, as women, okay, we know for a fact that it's not only physical, but it's emotional as well, because our hearts carry so much stress. We carry grief, we carry joy, we carry responsibilities. I mean, the list goes on and on. We are a private chef for our families or ourselves. We are mediators, resolving problems between children, yourself. I mean, I could go on and on and on, okay? We are housekeepers, we're cleaning. ongoing, never stop. I mean, you'd think we work at a dry cleaners because they clean and launder clothes. Oh, right. Tell me about it. I know I won't keep going. Oh, I am. We are employees. Some of us, either we are employed for ourselves or we work, in corporate America or somewhere, right? The point is we're employees. Some of us are students while working, while having children. Some of us have significant others. Some of us are married or we're engaged in relationships with others, right? So it's a relational component. Okay. We're wearing a lot of hats. We have a lot of responsibilities. Okay. Some of us are Uber drivers. Having to take the children here and there. And sometimes, listen, forget children. We have family members who require rides here and there that may not be able to drive for themselves. So we carry a lot of responsibility. So as we honor Women's Heart Month, I also want us to acknowledge the importance of tending to our emotional well-being. And so that means recognizing stress early. I'll stop for a moment. That means recognizing stress early and setting healthy boundaries, period. And I know I had someone tell me perhaps 3 weeks ago what I'm about to say. My third point is recognizing stress early, having healthy boundaries. This third point is practice deep breathing and silence, especially in high stressed times. I had an individual tell me, I was so frustrated. Ebony, I was so overwhelmed. And I tried to breathe, but I was just so frustrated. It wasn't working. It wasn't working. And I said, were you still in the environment? Yeah, I was still there because they were arguing and they were going on and they were doing this and they were saying that. And I was just, and it just wasn't working. And it will work when you have control over the situation, which is you, right? Someone may be arguing all around me, and it can be frustrating to me. It can give me a sense of, it could, if I allowed it, to give me a sense of anxiety. If we're unable to exit those high anxiety situations, then it's incumbent of us to learn how to process those high anxiety moments during those times. And I gave her some pointers, but practicing deep breathing and mindfulness, it works, okay? Also, seeking support when needed. Sometimes I know someone at the ministry that I serve at, she loves Wonder Woman, right? And I tell you, it just came to mind when I think about how many women, wear the S on their chest, like they're a superhero, they're heroic, and I get it. However, I feel it's necessary for women to ask for help, period. When you need assistance with something, ask for it, right? Because more times than not, there are more people for us than there really are against us. And sometimes we're carrying so much, and if we would only ask, right? I'm not too fond of being voluntold, especially because I'm a whole adult, you heard that, hold. Oh, goodness. Yes, I did say it. Yes, I did hold. But I'm a whole adult. And so you don't have to volunteer me, but you can speak to me, speak with me. Let's have a conversation about it. And certainly most people who are truly in your corner, don't mind assisting. And then if it requires some professional assistance, reach out, right? Make that connection, because we must give ourselves permission to feel, permission to grow, and permission to rest. Okay, the song just came to my mind. There remaineth the rest. A rest. I'm not a psalmist, but anyway. Yeah. There must be a place for rest. Okay. So let me tell you that self-care isn't selfish, it's protective. Period. I'm going to get better with looking directly here at the camera, but it's just, anyway, self-care, it is not selfish, it is protective. So it helps to strengthen both your physical and your emotional self, okay? Because your physical heart, it keeps you alive. Okay, but your emotional heart helps to keep us and keep you connected, helps to keep you compassionate and resilient, right? So today we wear red, right? Because we stand together in awareness of prevention, care for our bodies, right? Our emotional well-being, our minds and our hearts, okay? But not only that, I want you to consider the fact that there's so many responsibilities that we have, like I preluded to earlier. And so when emotional strain goes unaddressed, it affects your physical health. I just want to point that out, okay? So it's more than a diet, it's more than exercise, right? Know your numbers, but it's more than that. So listen to this. A woman wakes up already feeling behind. She rushes to get the kids ready. She's answering work emails before she's even had breakfast. Her husband is asking questions about where certain things that belong to him. She finally gets the family out of the house. She's made the bed. She's self-dressed. She's made it to her office. She hasn't had breakfast yet. She skips lunches. She skipped lunch this day, okay, to meet a deadline, and ends the day exhausted, but she's still worrying about tomorrow. She tells herself she's fine, but her heart is carrying the load of all of the hustle, of all of the bustle, of all of the things of life. She has tight shoulders. She has shallow breathing, consistent with constant tension, and she has very little space to rest. And can I tell you that this truly is the reality for many women, okay? And the components vary, they change. She may or may not be married. She may or may not have children. She may or may not be required to travel to an office to begin her workday. But hear me, this is a reality, pardon me, for many women. And while we often push through, yeah, we're champions, right? We push through. That's what we do. Our emotional heart needs care just as much as our physical one, okay? So let me encourage you to notice when stress is building within you. Pay attention to changes in your mood. Pay attention to changes in your sleep. Pay attention to changes in your energy level. but give yourself permission to pause for a moment or two or three or four. Pause for 30 minutes. Pause for an hour, but pause. I love practical tools, right? And I'm a proponent for deep breathing. It helps settle me. And at first, I wasn't a believer until I began to focus and practice on it, right? So deep breathing exercises actually help with those high stress or high anxiety moments in life. Excuse me. If you can take short walks. That helps. Taking a short walk. I'm not saying you have to do a mile or run a marathon, but a short walk, maybe from if you live in an apartment, maybe if you're on the second floor, down the stairs, around your building, not the complex, around your small building, or down the sidewalk back. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, right? But short walks. I love a short walk. I used to love really long walks and runs. I saw this morning that the Gate River Run, the 15K, will be held on March the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. I was like, oh, I've been there before several years ago, a couple of times, right? And I think I'm gonna start pursuing some walks, which will condition me in the jogs, and then 5Ks, participate in a couple 5Ks like I used to do, and 15Ks, right? Which will definitely be the Gate River Run and others. But I thought about that. And COVID played a major part of me just kind of stopping that process, and educational pursuit as well. Okay, enough about me. I want to share with you also journaling. So some of our smart devices, they really do have some phenomenal features for journaling. Either you can type your thoughts, yes, you can record like an audio message and create entry journals for the day. Or like me, I'm kind of old school in a sense. It's nostalgic for me to actually have my journal and my pen, right? And writing my thoughts. Now, there are times throughout the day where I will make a memo in my phone, right? So that I can reflect on those emotions or what occurred throughout the day. But I like, it's my record so I don't forget, right? But I revisit it in my journal. And quiet reflection, that's a point. So many times we're conversing, we're always busy. How often do you pause and actually reflect on the day, reflect on a situation that may be frustrating you, right? Let me tell you, a trusted friend, oh, come on here. There's nothing like it. A trusted friend, one that you know who is, as I've heard it say, a ride or die, right? One who is reliable, one who is trustworthy, one who is honest. Can I get an amen there? Oh my goodness. Listen, I think my reputation speaks for itself when people know, don't come to Ebony if you don't want the truth. But I'm not brash with it, okay? About 15, 20, oh no, more than 15. Why would I say that? My son's now, so about 22, 23 years. Time is moving and it's not waiting for anyone, is it? My goodness. About 20 years ago, oh yes, I brutally gave feedback, and very brash and condescending and belittling. And I did it intentionally. I can't lie. I did it intentionally, but I've grown from that place. but I do not withhold the truth, right? So having a trusted, truthful friend is a great benefit, whereby you can talk about your cares. You can talk about what may be concerning to you, right? Just to have a sounding board. I love having a sounding board, a counselor, right? Such as myself. Okay. Definitely a valuable resource. But listen, setting healthy boundaries around time and your energy, it's necessary. Period. And let me encourage you to have self-care indulgence. Yes, it's not maintenance, it's indulgence. Hear me. You want, and we don't have to spend a lot of money on self-indulgence, a manicure, a pedicure. I'm gonna tell you, even if you want to go to your neighborhood, a beauty supply store and get polish, right? They have the gel polish, they have regular nail polish, a myriad of nail options now. Okay. You can carve out time to paint your own nails. It's very therapeutic. Your toes, you can do your own facial. Or if you have the coins, if you have the if you have the money, you could definitely budget your self-indulgence, your self-indulgence, your self-indulgent moments, right? It may be a massage, right? It may be a pedicure, manicure, a facial, whatever that looks like for you. It could be free. Okay? Because there's nothing, hear me, there's nothing like me getting in the car, driving to one of the parks close by, sitting, looking at the water, and just breathing. I love that. I love that. Now, this costs a little bit more money, but not a whole lot of money because I'm an angler. I enjoy fishing. So please don't let me swing by one of those seafood marketplaces and get some bait. Oh my goodness. I fish with a dead shrimp, but fresh shrimp on the bottom. I'm pretty good at it also, but it's so therapeutic. And when I catch, of course, we have fish that can be cleaned, placed in the freezer, and we can consume it at a later time. But I love fishing. So there are there are activities that you can do that are free of charge, but let's make sure that you are indulging in your self-care, okay? Because, and let me share this too. I want you to choose to rest when your body is tired, because choosing peace when your mind is overwhelmed, it's necessary. And choosing compassion for yourself when life feels heavy, it's necessary, period. So we wear red together because we're standing together in awareness, prevention, and care for our bodies, our minds, and our hearts. So may this month and beyond remind you that health is physical and it is emotional. And both of them require commitment. And so every woman, especially you, I'm talking to you, especially you, deserves a space where you are supported, where you have time to rest, where you are able to recuperate and feel revived, right? And so I thank you so much for your time. And until next time, thank you for living life with me. I'm Ebony. Take care.
identity. She helping me, she helping me, helping me, she helping me, she helping me.